come talk to me inside the store.
Cold shoulder kicks got me feeling like I won the lotto. Might just have the ice out on my wrist. This AK fully auto. I've been ballin' like I'm Katie or McGrady on Toronto. Never gave a fuck about it. Got that K by IG follows on myself.
Welcome back to the iciest, most frozen, coldest, iciest podcast you ever seen in your life. It's Gib,
Adrian,
Tyler.
and we are here.
we're back with another 3.
Dark. We were way off topic. What are we doing? Okay, so we are doing Tyler's interview. We have not done an interview. We're gonna ask him a couple of questions. You know how we did with me, Jules, Adrian,
myself.
Adrian, True Poppy. So we're gonna ask Tyler some questions.
So Tyler, we're gonna start it off with how we started off. Julian, what got you into fashion? What got you into clothing?
Well, it got me into sneakers because I've been a sneakerhead way longer than I've been.
All right, so then we'll take that route. What got you into sneakers, if that's what started it all?
Nike basketball.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. I'll answer the question in a sec.
So we're now interviewing Gib as well.
No, well, I got into sneakers in like 8th grade. Growing up, my parents never really bought me any shoes. I would get like one pair of shoes for the school year, and like sometimes my grandmother would buy me stuff for the school year. We just didn't have a bunch of money growing up, as my parents had me pretty young. So I remember like 5th grade, going to like recess, and that's when LeBron 9s were hot. And, like all the cool kids had LeBron 9s. I had some like Nike 6.0s with like the strap. If you can find a picture, we'll pop them up. But those were like heat to me.
The free run 6.0?
No. They were an SB.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Them shits were gangster, bro.
Bro.
Adrian forgets that SBs have been around for a minute. But this is when SBs were not lit.
I had a pair of SBs in middle
And they
school.
weren't even like SBs. They were 6.0s.
They
We're
were
still cooking at 561. Everyone locally was getting pairs of 561. They were sitting on shelves.
I went to Zoomies when I was in like 6th grade, and like the only pair of shoes I had in 6th grade was a pair of SBs, and I couldn't tell you the name or what, but I just remember it was like a dark brown canvas material SB, and it had a fat tongue, and I just remember that was the only shoe I had for like a year in 6th grade, and I just beat them to the ground till like my socks started peeping through the bottom.
That's pretty much how it was for me in
Like
shoes.
school, that was my school shoe, like my like daily shoe outside of school, like my hangout shoe, like my hoop shoe, like that was every day.
Your only shoe.
Yeah, that was
Same.
literally like
That's
my
how it was for
only
me.
dang shoe, and I beat like that to the ground.
Yeah. So like that. So like seeing everyone have like LeBrons. I remember like going home like being like, "Oh, mom, dad, can I get a pair of LeBrons?" At the time, I want to say retail for LeBron 9s were $220, and they were like, "Hell no."
Yeah, 220 was high.
So-
225 for some of them, right?
Yeah.
$100 budget.
That's what you had to look at when you walked into Champs. Anything that had a red tag was your best friend.
Not
Back in
even,
the
bro.
day.
It was like Payless. Like I was gonna meet some
Dude,
Airwalks.
Rack Room,
Shoe Carnival.
and Shoe Carnival. Remember Shoe
Rack Room
Carnival?
too, because it was like
Shoe
your buy one,
Carnival
get
would
one
have the
free.
little. Nah, Shoe Carnival would have the little like basketball
hoop,
hoop thing.
yeah.
Yeah, my mom would always have to drag me out that.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I would say I got into sneakers in like 5th grade. That's when I first started realizing sneakers. The first retro I ever saw was Nathan Garcia, aka 772 Vintage. He's wearing a pair of Wolf Grey Jordan 5s. I thought that was like the coolest thing ever. And he would always post his sneakers on Instagram. He had like LeBron 10s, retros.
There was Instagram when you were in 5th grade.
That's probably 6th grade. Like fast forward a year. But yeah, my
Yeah,
username was
say
was
6th grade.
kicks_and_baseball.
Kicks and baseball.
But like everyone would post their sneakers on Instagram, like how it is today, but with like this horrible like retro filters.
The
Like, you know,
the oversaturated grainy filters.
Bubbly letters.
It's basically what's used today for like dank memes and stuff like that on like
pretty much.
TikTok.
But it's like I started noticing sneakers then, and I like always had like a passion for them, but never could really get them. So I want to say, come like 6th, 7th grade, I used to go get a haircut at a place in Stewart, and it was near Plato's Closet when there used to be one in Stewart. And I would beg my mom to take me to Plato's after, and I would start buying sneakers that weren't my size. And like I would find like LeBron 10s, KD 5s, KD 6s, stuff like that during like the middle school era. I would clean them up and flip them on eBay. And eventually I got my first pair of like cool sneakers. It was a pair of foam posits. That was 8th grade, I think.
Do you remember the foam posit?
Yeah, it was the sport blue foam posits, I want to say.
So the all like the blue panel with the black like everything else
All
basically.
blue, translucent sole, and then gray sock liner.
Oh, okay. I'm thinking of the two-tone one. There's just black all over the paneling, and then just like black sole, black
those,
Nike
those
swoosh.
were more expensive.
Oh,
Yeah.
those are the only
no
ones.
Swoosh. It was the foam posit ones, not the pros.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
The non-hooping ones.
Technically, like the lifestyle. Yeah,
The
I want to
casual
say
ones.
that's what it was. But
So would you say that was your first like hype shoe?
Yeah,
Like that was your
100%.
first like big name. Was that your first Grailed, or is there a
that
different
was like
shoe?
my first like lit sneaker. I mean, Before that, it would have been KD5 Easters that I bought myself in Tampa, grade school size. I cherish those, but that was like the first shoe that like I got off of like eBay. Like I saw it after they couldn't find it in a store.
Were you into the Aunt Pearl series back then?
Yeah, but I didn't get it then. So like
I remember I saw them in AAU.
I've only owned like 3 pairs of KDs in my life.
I only got one, but
not owned like in my lifetime. Like that's it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I remember the Aunt Pearl series. I remember seeing someone in AAU having them and just being like, dang. Like being just like, dang, bro. One day.
Because that's when like bright colors was in. It's like pink shoes. Like that was sick.
The Nerf KD4s, like stuff like that. Like super crazy. Over the top, vibrant shoes back then were just so popular. Like that's like what what kids get made fun of for wearing like highlighter stuff today. Like that was lit back then. That was so lit back then.
Look at Rick and Morty's.
But that's the highlighter done right in my opinion.
Definitely. So like the Foam Posits was my first sneaker. My first retro after that was Sport Boot 3s. I was a big blue fan. Got those at Jensen Beach Mall on a raffle.
So who got you into sneakers? Like who inspired you besides seeing
Kids
like Nate,
me,
seeing
honestly.
like you said Nate, seeing him with the 5s.
Oh, like who did I look up to?
Yeah, basically like who was your like inspiration on like what like collection were you trying to like build or like what person like inspired you to like the type of shoes that you first started liking?
So,
like who inspired you to like the foams?
So no one famous. Like at the time, I didn't know about like I didn't see celebrities with sneakers. Like I didn't really pay attention to that yet. So like it was just the people around me. But as time goes on, I remember going for Red Octobers on Nike's website in the middle of math class in like 7th grade. I want to say it was. So like then I started paying attention to Kanye. Then he started wearing like the knit trainers, the Nike whatever, the knit runners or whatever the hell they are. I don't even remember what they're called, the fly knit runners. I don't know, something like that. But we can find a picture of Kanye wearing them. Pop. And then I noticed that he was wearing Jordan 1s. He wore the Breads, iconic photo. So it's like then I started paying attention. I remember being in like the reading corner of English class as a kid. And I would sit there and I would study Jordan models. So like I would know like, yo, those are 1s, those are 2s, those are 3s. Like I started to know all the models and I started learning like the OG colorways. That's why I think like, you know, black cements and white cements, like 3s, 4s, like that's so like ingrained into my head is because like those are the first.
They'll always hold like a nostalgic spot.
Definitely. So it's like I would say Kanye. Kanye's the first celebrity that I seen with like shoes that caught my eye.
Julian sort of said, I don't think he said Kanye was the first, but he was one of his first. So
Kanye was definitely the first for me.
So
and
definitely
then,
shows
Perfect Pair.
Which one?
Perfect Pair. Perfect Pair on Instagram. You know what Perfect Pair is?
I don't remember him either.
I don't remember him.
Really? Oh, hold up.
So this must be an OG.
Yeah, Perfect Pair is an OG collector, and he collects like the most like crazy like PE samples like.
But he has like 6 of each shoe type thing.
Kind of. He's a big Indian guy that like owns a bunch of casinos. Right here, the Perfect Pair, Kenny Gonzalez. Like, look, those are all samples.
Oh wow, yeah.
And this is a recent picture. He collected everything. Did every organ. Those are pictures.
Oh wow, those are all 3s.
Yeah, like he has
a semi truck for his shoes.
That's for Air Max Day.
Those
are all Air Maxes.
That looks like an amphitheater.
Those are all Air Maxes. That's just Air Maxes.
Wow.
So like he had like thousands of pairs.
He must have like warehouses. Someone like that.
No, he has just rooms. Like he owns a big house, and 90% of the house is filled with sneakers.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I mean, when you have FU money.
So like
that.
Perfect Pair was like the first person I saw on social media that was like, damn. And like I started like I would go on Kicks on Fire every single day.
Wow, dude, I haven't heard of Kicks on Fire in a minute.
Every day I'd buy like the stickers, put them on my phone case, buy the little shirts. Like seriously, like I was obsessed with Kicks on Fire.
But that's cool. That's cool to hear the fact that the reason that you're into sneakers is more so just like a natural love for it.
Yeah, the people around me. Like it's because like I saw it and I wanted it, but I couldn't get it. So like I worked towards it. I just started flipping used shoes on eBay. That's still relevant today. You guys can still go do that. It's a great method to make money.
So explain a little bit on a little after the Foam Posit era, moving forward, kind of now that you're into this shoe scene. How did you transition into more so what you liked, and now that you were able to like know more about this stuff, like how did you evolve with your fashion, with your shoes, now that you understood them?
So speaking like shoes strictly, like how things have changed from now, like then to now, or like
basically from the beginning, since Nike basketball is kind of now like up for like it's like a mythical market. It kind of just doesn't exist anymore.
I mean, for me personally, like when you go to public school, you guys know how it is. You end up just following trends. So,
Yeah,
like
definitely.
Nike basketball was a trend. Then I started liking retros. Not too many people were into retros, but
No.
I saw them on Instagram and thought they were sick. So I got into retros.
'Cause that's
people
when-
around me started buying retros.
That's when like Chucks and Vans started
Exactly.
flowing back in.
Sperry's. Yeah. Like, so I was a kid in middle school that would pull up in like 3s or like 11 lows, and where every other kid is wearing Sperry's.
With no socks.
And I'm wearing like a Nike or a Jordan colored shirt, and like these kids are wearing like Ralph Lauren or Vineyard Vines. Like I was a complete like oddball.
See, I was like that in 8th grade, and then
Yeah.
I, in 9th grade, went to the Vans.
Yeah,
and
so
went to the-
freshman year, I know that you remember, I would show up to the locker room with sneakers
Yep.
on, and everyone would always be like,
You'd show up with a lot of Nike basketball. I remember freshman year.
Yeah,
because I remember
had
that's
Sprites, I had
yes, your Sprite Sprite 9 lows, right?
Eights.
8 lows. I
Yeah.
remember there were the lows. Oh
Yeah.
man, I remember those from 2K13, bro.
Like this is when I started having a collection. Like I started grinding, flipping used pairs. And I had no expenses. I was like 13, 14. So like I would just spend it all on sneakers. I would go crazy on eBay.
I remember in the JV locker room, it was like me, you, and Marvin, and we were like hype over them.
Yeah.
I remember that.
I remember like I would walk into the locker room and like that's how like varsity players would notice me as like a little freshman is because of the sneakers.
I mean, if it got your name out there, it got your name out there. That's
so, like,
pretty dope.
I was always like known in the locker room, I guess, for having shoes. I sucked at
The
football.
little
but I
hype
had
beast.
shoes. Yeah.
The little hype beast.
But I guess the way like my style, like so I follow trends back to that. So like Nike basketball into retros, and then Ultra Boost, Adidas went crazy. So then that's like freshman sophomore year. So I started selling all my retros, buying Adidas. So I had New Balances, NMDs.
You were buying the NMDs.
You had Tyler probably I think had at one point like 5 or 6 like Ultra Boosts when they first came out. Like, I remember Tyler loved them.
I've owned 5 different pairs of silver medals. That's my favorite Ultra Boost.
Oh yeah,
That was the black with the little silver thing on it.
the
They made it
silver
gold
heel
also.
tab.
Yeah, so they did it for like the Olympic pack. So they had bronze, silver, and gold, but the silver was my favorite.
Those were clean. The gold ones were clean.
Yeah.
I like them shits.
And they resold too, which was crazy. Like I think one of my first purchases on GOAT was a silver medal.
Really?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
But so after that, fast forward.
Sort of towards now, we kind of get to your
towards the end of high school. Kind of thought of sneakers a little bit. I still loved them. I just had Yeezys. Yeezys were popping like 350s.
I feel like your time away from sneakers simplified your style, and then when you came back, you sort of kept that with your new love for sneakers again.
Oh, 100%. Like back when I was
'Cause you can see it with how
retros, I was wearing like retros with like this matching T-shirt, the matching socks. Like I was that guy. Like
you kind of see it now with literally what you're wearing today, like very monochrome, very neutral tones. Like
this is called
like clean.
This is called a broke boy flex. This is called I go on a boho man and I buy $15 pants to go with the $5 T-shirt.
If you're watching,
sponsoring,
you sponsored Trippy. Sponsor us. We probably rep you more than Trippy.
100%. But I'm like Trippy, we still got the chrome.
Hey, but nah, we're gonna cut that part out.
But what do you call it? Yeah, I would agree with you. So like when I went off to school, like went off to college, like you're just in like black T-shirt, some sweatpants. Like
it was college kid, like college
chill.
kid stuff.
Like I wasn't breaking out outfits. I didn't own anything chrome or gal. Like I just had like maybe I had a couple like Travis shirts or like something like that. Like it was nothing. It was merch.
Something light.
Yeah.
Maybe a Yeezy.
Yeah, no, I had statics and the blacks that I gave to him.
No, I have them. Yeah.
But what do you?
That wasn't that long ago, though, huh?
The black static.
When I was in college, no, 2 years ago.
We've only been open for a year, buddy.
But I guess the way that my style has changed is that I now have more freedom. I'm now way more grown up than I was in middle school, and so I can afford a lot more things. Obviously, I have expenses now too, but right now,
about more stuff too. It's not that you afford it; you know about a lot more. You know how to get things.
better pairs.
Yeah,
Better pairs at better prices.
you know you don't need a $50 blank from Abercrombie. You can buy one on Boho Man.
100%. Yeah, it's just
If I had to describe your style in one word, I would have to say versatile.
yeah.
Definitely. Because
I like to think
you
that.
know how to make a little look like a lot.
Of course, yeah.
And you've like that, like little to a lot. I've noticed you're able to adapt to a lot of places. Like if we're going to a nice dinner, you're straight. If we're going out to hoop, you're straight. Like it doesn't matter. Like whatever the scenario is.
You drip when you hoop.
Oh,
Tyler, yeah, honestly, yeah.
I gotta see this.
Tyler reminds me of like a 2K player, like in the park.
You
Like
got the leg things.
no, not like that, not like accessories, but like he'll like honestly like you'll wear like a clean like vintage tee with like the
Travis
NASCAR with like the NASCAR Erics or something like
Tyler
that.
Hero in Summer League.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. Like Tyler looks like he plays like overseas.
No, yeah, 100%. I love vintage. I've always loved vintage. That kind of came for the love of like being like not having much money as a kid. like going to Plato's or like going to Goodwill and stuff and
Finding
find.
yourself thrifting it.
Yeah,
Satisfying.
exactly.
There's a little bit of fun in thrifting it yourself.
100%.
Definitely.
Like I would find cool graphic tees at like Goodwill, and like I'd buy a lot of sports tees. I've always loved vintage sports tees, and I would flip them on Depop. That's when I found out about Depop, and that's what I did, man. Flipped used sneakers. Flipped
Depop now is like
sports. This sucks. Don't use Depop.
yeah,
but-
Depop now it's like $20-$30 for a dang vintage tee now.
It's stupid too. People take forever to ship, but but yeah. So vintage sports tees I fell in love with. Used sneakers is how I made my money as a kid. Worked at a golf course. Went off to school. When I went to school, worked at a bank. Was doing online classes. Kind of fell into the party scene a little bit, going out a lot. So this isn't for me. COVID hit. Perfect time to come home. Came home, reconnected with this guy and Jules and all that. I didn't even know this guy yet, but
Reconnected with this guy
yeah, reconnected with Julian. And then
in school.
cold shoulder happened. So it was like a
CS Kicks. Melrose. No way.
Make sure you guys are shopping 9091 North Military Trail, Suite 6, West Palm Beach, Florida.
But I guess I always had a love for sneakers. Kind of fell out of it senior year and like freshman year of college. When I came back, I got into it heavy. I always watched like Blake Linder, Kais, Blake Wynn.
The love never really went away.
Legendary. Round 2 of the show. That was
I
awesome.
rarely watch round 2.
I watched it always. It was like 2 hours long. I would watch that every single night. Whenever they had an episode, I'd watch it and then go to bed after. That was awesome. Again, that's them like buy, selling, trading with the camera on the table. Like kind of like Cam's Kick style in a sense.
A little worse though.
But
honestly.
not worse, better.
You think so?
Way better than Cam's. My
What do
opinion.
you guys
Round two
think?
Didn't stop. Round 2 should not have stopped making videos, by the way.
They do them occasionally now. It's not how it used to be. They used to have seasons. It was lit, and like they would like flash like when they got more stores. They'd be like Miami, boom, New York, boom. It'd all be one video, just one long video.
Oh, that's
What would you
super
say?
cool.
Super dope.
That's super cool.
Who would you say got you into social media with sneakers? Like who's the first social media YouTuber you watched?
First ever,
Yeah.
Blazonary.
Really?
And the reason why is because when I was buying a lot of used sneakers, I wanted to know how to like repair them. So like I remember going to the thrifts and
He
finding
was doing all the
using restoration way
restorations.
back in the day.
That was the first stuff.
That
he
was
doing.
what got me into Blazonary, and I never actually did a restoration on my own, but I would watch them a lot because I
Just
wanted
in
to know the
case.
knowledge, just in case.
Yeah, man.
Like you go to like Goodwill and find like some beat like 5s or something like.
Get them for $10, clean
Yeah.
them for 30.
Exactly, and like I would just clean them up and sell them, but like I wanted to know how to actually repair them to make more money, try
Mm-hmm.
to make more margins. Angela's paint, like I remember like all that stuff.
When you were watching those videos, did you think I want to do that as a career kind of thing? How we're doing?
Never. I used to joke around in high school and be like, "Yo, I'm gonna own a sneaker store one day," because like everyone knew how obsessed I was with shoes.
Mm-hmm.
And, like sneaker YouTubers, like I would watch Kais all the time. Me and Ryan McCauley, we talk about Kais videos, like in the skits, like sneakerheads be like,
The funny shits.
like yeah, so like Kais, Blake Wynn, Blake Linder, Blazonary.
Harrison, Harrison was somewhere
Harrison
low
came a
key
little
at the
bit
time.
after.
Yeah.
But like those are like the people that like really started off for me. Felmer Simpson, Don't Eat Too Wild, Bull T1RC, just people like that. So
Some of the OGs I don't recognize, I guess.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember Blazonary a little after what you guys were talking about when he did like the high school vlogs?
yes,
That's when I got into him
when
heavy.
he would like drip his teacher down.
Not even that, like a little bit before that, when he was like being like, "Oh, $5,000 outfit in high school" or something
Yeah,
like that, and he would come
100%.
with
Yeah.
like Supreme down,
The
like,
little
head to
shopping
toe.
sprees and stuff he would do.
Yup.
That's when I watched, when it was a daily vlogs kind of thing.
Yeah, daily vlogs. And
That's
he was,
when I watched
and he
him.
was still in school.
Yeah.
That's when I really got into him.
Mhm.
That I mean, my favorite YouTuber of all time will forever be Casey Neistat.
Really?
Someone upon Casey Neistat, and like
Pioneer
that's
vlogging.
that's
He
what-
really is
he's the one that started-
crazy.
He's the OG vlogger.
I could remember watching him so long ago and thinking, this guy makes really good videos.
That's what got me into making videos.
You know
That's
what?
got me into making content.
Weirdly enough, I don't know why I remember this. The first video I saw was how he destroys all his glasses.
Yeah,
And it was why he does it. And I was
like
like,
spray paints them and scratches
yeah,
them up,
fucks them all
brand new
up.
out the box.
Yeah.
yeah.
But-
And so like Casey taught me like how to make anything into a creative series. Like
I
he
guess
would
so.
film himself like literally like just spray painting glasses, but it'd be so entertaining and like the angles and everything. Like it was amazing. Like,
Crazy.
it was a piece of art.
you
at the
watched
end
the
of
full 30-minute video of him destroying a pair of Ray-Bans.
Yeah.
And then wearing them.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah.
Like he was that good, and that's what got me into wanting to do content. And like, so I got into content. Probably it was gonna be sophomore year, like the summer going into sophomore year. Hurt my eye, couldn't play sports anymore. I'm partially blind in my left eye, so I couldn't get cleared. Picked up a camera, started making videos. that's what got me into kind of like content creating, I guess, in a sense. That led me to a lot of opportunities with like athletes and with Adrian,
Super Bowls.
and Super Bowls,
You
all
got
that.
a lot of stories about places you've gone because of it.
Yeah, definitely. That was amazing. But I say, if you,
Some memories,
if you
yeah.
guys are creative or like have like some type of passion for something, just put your all into it and like
Reach out to people.
work your ass off for free. Do it expect nothing, and you'll get it back tenfold every time.
That's something you definitely taught me. I kind of still do. Like I still view like my work as something that I would at first offer as free, just to get my name out there, get that person to like know who I am, know what my work is capable of.
100%, because like let's say like you want to do a big event with like a big person, they're not gonna hire you. They have no clue who you are. But you say, hey, I'll shoot your entire event for free. They're gonna be like, of
They're
course.
not gonna say no.
That's your hook over people that are better than you. But
Exactly.
They will charge a large sum of money.
Right.
That's like your
And
like,
and they won't even look at you because they don't know who you are, but your work might be better than the person they're willing to pay $1,000 to. So then the next time they go to do something, they're gonna call you and offer you that $1,000. And that's what I learned. That's what like that's like more like Gary Vee. I watched a lot of Gary Vee as a kid too, and still do. Gary's awesome.
He's
a little
crazy.
bit corny now, but he's awesome. But Gary and Casey Neistat is like they're the ones that taught me like business, I guess, in a sense. And like,
business and content.
and like me just making content on my
Definitely
own
content.
taught me business, like dealing with people like that are of a higher level of you, like how to like properly get deals done, like stuff like that is what brought me like gave me business sense. And that's kind of all. So content, the love of sneakers, and the passion for just business. I always wanted to own my own business as a kid, and I started Slice in like 2017 when we were in high school, and I always vlogged throughout high school. Like all that combined is what made
Who you are today.
made me today, and
Our little Tyler.
and part of the store too.
Part of the story, yep.
Sheesh.
Speaking of,
But
we got
What
a lot of
else?
stuff available. We got chili reds
I think we've
available. Come get them.
I think we've basically hit on it all. Anything with fashion, Ty? Who got you into fashion? Do you consider yourself into fashion?
I'm gonna check this shit's recording.
so what got me into fashion? So Ronnie Feig, Kith. I got introduced to Kith, I think, because of Blazendary, I want to say.
What time was that? That was about when you started watching
This is
Blazendary?
going to be sophomore year of high school. I think
Okay.
is when I first found out about Kith. And obviously I knew about Supreme. I knew about Bape.
You knew about some of the bigger
I knew
brands.
about Bape and Supreme, really.
Yeah.
And I was flipping Supreme in high school as well. So like I knew about Supreme. And so I was buying Supreme, wearing Supreme, flipping Supreme. But then I got introduced to Kith, which was like a higher level, I would like to say.
Better high-end
Yeah.
clothing.
It's more like I viewed it as a kid as like a designer brand.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it was to me as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
And I found out there was a Kith in Miami. And we used to go to Miami a lot because my brother played travel basketball, so we were down there a lot. And finally, I went one time, and like it was funny because I felt like I already knew the store because like I would see the products on YouTube and everything like that.
That's funny, bro.
Fell in love with it. So Kith and Blazendary is what got me into fashion, I like to say. And like nowadays, really it was Julian that got me back into fashion, I like to say, because like when we reconnected and we'd be at his house a lot, he always have a lot of pieces where I'm like, damn, like this is fire. When did this come out? Because like I missed like a full year of just like
From
hype
college.
hype in general.
Shit that happened. It's
Sneaker culture,
Yeah.
hype culture. Like I missed like that full year, to be honest. So it's like I remember when we would be at Jules' house and like he'd break out like I missed the whole entire Kith.
even
Looney Tunes
the
collection.
podcast when we would break out those crazy ass pairs.
Yeah, like that was like damn, like I missed these, like and like I would like you guys would be shocked when I started name dropping older retros, but then I couldn't name anything of current day. Like I could
Crazy.
tell you every pair from like
Now you can though.
now, of course, now yeah, it's our job full time, but
You better be able to.
but no, like I would like to say Julian and the guys, they got me kind of back into fashion. Richie Lee, I remember watching his stuff.
Richie Lee.
Is that his name? I'm gonna think of someone else.
No, I think it's Richie Lee. It's
Is it
just
Richie Lee?
I'm not sure.
I forget. Julian would know.
Julian
But
would probably know.
I remember watching Richie Lee and like stuff like that. I remember Blake Linder, Blazendary, Kith. That was like the first like cool brands introduced to besides Supreme and Bape. Started finding out about like I found out about like Chrome and stuff from you guys. I like to say like I knew of Chrome Hearts, but like I didn't realize there was a store in Miami or anything.
Mm-hmm.
So like that's definitely
How
something.
crazy it really was.
Gallery department is newer, so I can't really name gallery department. But like so, I don't know, like high end fashion, I would just look to for like NBA athletes. Like I would always see like you always see like
I
Russell
feel like-
Westbrook and like
yeah,
people like that
low-key.
just drip.
We were talking about NBA athletes and so caught up on all of their fashion.
Now
for that whole
the
time.
NFL players are going harder than the NBA players. In my
Are they?
opinion, definitely. In my opinion,
NBA fell off.
the NBA players just have more whack fits.
Shy.
Like Westbrook will be pulling up with the craziest shit
Yeah,
on.
they try and push the boundary.
Yeah, they push the boundary a lot. Like
Too much.
in the NFL, like you'll see like
It's
I don't
'cause of
know.
that-
Who's a player I can name? Like Von Miller. He'll pull up in like some Amiri jeans, like a nice tee, a little outerwear piece with like a nice hat, It's like in the NBA, you see like Russell Westbrook pull up with like a completely distressed sweater, like maybe like short shorts.
With a plaid skirt.
Yeah, like something totally outlandish.
With it?
You would, yeah, but like,
Just too outlandish.
yeah,
I
very
don't know,
outlandish.
man.
Like, if
I
he
know
wasn't
what they're
Russell
trying to
Westbrook,
do.
he would get his ass kicked on the streets.
I know what they're trying to do. It's because they made last year. I feel like, or maybe it was 2 years ago. The NBA it was like fashion was kind of big. What they were
Bubble
wearing.
year.
It was.
They were all wearing dunks.
It was
during
going
the bubble.
crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like Shy won Shay, how do
Yeah.
you say it? Won the
Complex.
best dress award, whatever it was.
Yeah. Was it by
and now
Complex
everyone's
or
trying to
something?
win it. Everyone's going hard. I feel
Definitely.
like NFL is where they were last year. Watch NFL next year. They're gonna probably be doing some crazy shit too.
Probably, 100%.
And then it's hockey next. Shout out Jules. It's your time to shine, my boy.
No, but I'd definitely say for fashion, it'd be just YouTubers and athletes. Definitely.
I mean, I honestly think that's about everything we can cover with Ty.
Yeah.
Pretty
Pretty easy.
How long's your wiener?
But anyways, guys, it's been the coldest,
Iciest,
iciest,
most
most frozen podcast
on the damn internet.
The internet. It's been your boy, Adrian.
Adrian.
And Adrian.
Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, tap, share, hit the bell. Ring! Send it to your friends. Send it to your mama. Send it to your grandma.
Oh, man.
All right.
And shop www.cskicks.com 24/7. Come shop at 9091 North Military Trail 7 days a week, 12 to 8. Thank you guys for tuning in. Appreciate it. If you guys want to know more about me, come talk to me inside the store.
Don't like.
I have fucking splinters in my hand.
Actually?
Yes, you cocksucker. You pushed me into a bush.
Cold shoulder kicks got me feeling like I won the lotto. Might just have the ice out on my wrist. This AK fully auto. I've been ballin' like I'm Katie or McGrady on Toronto. Never gave a fuck about a shot that kept my IG follows. Call myself a